Hey guys, Captain Figureen back with another video. Today we had a little talk about Enlisted with Dawg IV Life. He's also a YouTube content creator for Enlisted, and we just talked a little bit about Enlisted and what's going on. So enjoy the talk. Hey mate.
How's it going?
Oh, perfect. You doing fine?
Yeah, doing good.
Nice. Very nice for you to join here, because I was already looking for someone to do something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did you do the developer question stuff? You send in a question?
I didn't send a question so far, but I was looking on the Discord if we can get some questions together that I can put on, because there was a lot around like players would love to know. Most of the times it's more stuff that goes like in further development plans, but yeah, that's what they not wanted to hear, right? Because people always just ask for the upcoming stuff. And I wonder if we're
Yeah.
gonna see Tunisia soon or not. Because I think the first screenshots we had on Tunisia are like 6 months old or even older. Probably something going on there. But Berlin is coming soon, so that's a good thing. Because Berlin, to me, the best map so far.
Yeah, it should be out soon. I think our next weekend is a D-Day event coming up.
Oh, that would be awesome. Do you have the access to the Battle of Berlin campaign?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's very nice. So you can already grind your levels up. Sadly, we didn't get access to Berlin. I also didn't win the access on Monday. There was this specific Monday where they gave away like 1,000 access to the game, but they didn't like pick me, sadly but truly. I was hoping for that one because I think the $50 price tag was a little bit, yeah, to me it's still a little bit too steep.
Yeah, hopefully. I know a lot of people on the content creator Discord right now is very displeased with those prices, and hopefully they change them soon.
Yeah, that's also something that's like very hot topic right now in the whole scene was like the engineer sets, because $40 is like, this is ridiculous, no joke, at least to me. And I guess the whole community kind of agrees on that. Like that's $10 per soldier, and the squad isn't even that good. I mean, it's nice to have and it would be fun to have, but $40, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. What is your thoughts on the $40 premium sets they released?
I think there can be some $40 sets like vehicles if the vehicle is really good. But when it comes to troops, I don't think that you can have $40 and it just be worse than the regular stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's still for the vehicles. I thought like on Moscow it was about 1800. I mean, that was a kind of cool price tag they had on these vehicles. And if they could keep something like that, would be really nice. Also in Normandy, we had like the 800 gold premium squads. I mean, they're not that great, but I mean, the price tag was okay on those squads. I think that's something I really expected for the engineer squad as well, because like the weapons look nice but not like super exciting. And yeah, I guess they wanted to bait us in with the MG nest there, because I don't know, but a lot of people are super hyped about the MG nest. I'm not sure if you played MG nest a lot, but I actually didn't play it even back in the closed beta.
Yeah, I used to use it a lot during the alpha and closed beta. It was really good.
Yeah, it is really good. It is really good. I mean, when I remember a time when like stationary stuff was kind of unusable because the AI would just like whatever auto aim you down on like 2,000 meters, no problem. That was the good old AI, and I see a lot of people wish the old AI was coming back with like the crazy aim, but I think the AI right now with like when they gave them the 25 meters like buff, debuff, whatever, I think the AI right now feels okay-ish. I wish for more commands, but to me the AI so far isn't too bad. You like the AI right now, or would you change something about them?
I kind of like how they are right now. I think you should be able to know when like your AI is looking at other troops.
Yep.
Like it could just be like eye like in the back of your head telling them they're behind you or something.
Oh yeah, that was something I was hoping for, when they would like call out the locations of enemies and stuff. Yeah, the AI still struggles. It's not as bad as it was, but sometimes they stuck still in some weird spots, which is a little bit annoying, but sometimes it's not that bad when you have that lost soldier far in the back survived and you can switch to him, like worst case, but it they're consistently working on it, and so far I think the AI is in a sweet spot. Also, I think like what is something a lot of people complained about was like the grind that feels too crazy. And I have played the last few days without premium, and without premium, I have to say like doing good in a match doesn't feel too rewarding. When you have premium, I think the amount of XP you get feels kind of okay, and I think people are too focused on the grind sometimes, which I don't really understand 100% because the late game stuff you unlock, I mean, it's nice to have, but it's by no means necessary or something like that. So I think the grind, they could soften it a little bit, get a little bit more XP, also on the premium, but I think it isn't too bad and people complain a little bit too much about it, but just a personal opinion there. You think the grind's okay so far, or?
Well, it's okay for certain people. Like, I understand people want their gun they're going for it, but there's also people who can grind a game 24 hours a day who are already done with every single campaign.
It's a whole other thing with the weapons and soldiers, of course. I mean, soldiers, to be honest, I think the academy stuff and the soldier leveling is okay. The weapon, yeah, I just don't like how the systems on the weapon works too much because, you know, your inventory is flooded with 1, 2, 3, 4-star weapons. You can't remember where your 4-star weapons are on and so on. So I think that part isn't too, intuitive, let's say that.
Yeah, I think a good thing to do with that is put the weapons in their own little category and put the soldier icon over the weapon, and then you're able to see what soldier has it, but you see all your weapons.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably the best way to go about it. But I think they could actually, I don't know how, I was thinking about how they could fix it actually, but I didn't came up with like a much better idea if they want to keep their system how it is. And like doesn't make it like more confusing than it already is, because some people really struggle with how the game works, think it's a bit confusing, but if you play it like, I don't know, a few days, maybe some people need a week or a little bit more, and I think you should get used to it, or otherwise there are some people covering content on Enlisted, so maybe they can help you out. And they also confirmed like the thing with the bots going on, right?
Oh yeah, with the bots in games with the like lone wolf radio man.
Yeah, exactly. Because I saw that on your video and I wasn't sure if they confirmed it somewhere because everybody was like knowing there are bots around in squad and lone fighter, but they never confirmed it 100%.
Yeah, they finally confirmed it, which I think bots are needed right now just because each campaign doesn't have enough players to get full matches. And it's super annoying to wait like 5 to 6 minutes per match. And
Yep.
right now, queue times are super quick.
Yeah, and I think that's a good part. Like we have good queue times, but I think how they split the campaigns, I really wonder how they gonna like move forward with that campaign system we have right now. Because if we have like all four campaigns up, we would split the player base in like 8 categories, right? Not sure how that's gonna work out. I mean, probably just fighting a lot of bots, right?
Yeah, the only way you could do it is give people incentives to play different campaigns with like double XP or special weapons for a limited time.
Yeah, I mean that could work out. I mean, is there a way to maybe merge the campaigns together later on?
I think the only one you can merge right now would be Russia and Germany because there's multiple campaigns of them.
I was actually hoping for something like that, but it's probably not something we're gonna see pretty soon in the game. There's a lot of other stuff they focus right now. I was actually I'm the one that's hoping for a custom service, to be honest. Custom service would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I've not really been able to like explore the maps, and it'd be cool to just walk around them, see what everything is, you know.
Exactly. And earlier it was super hard to test out stuff in the game. I mean, it's still hard to test out certain stuff, but it is a little bit better. It's also weird that, by the way, for the bots that they use like player names for the bots sometimes. That's a little bit confusing to me.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they would like say this is a bot, but I understand why they're not doing it. So people who thinks they're playing against real players are thinking they are playing against real players.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's like the right way to teach people in a wrong idea. But what do I know? I'm not a game developer or marketing expert, so it's probably working pretty fine for them.
Since they went public with it, it kind of seems like they might actually change it.
Yeah, because that's not something a lot of people want to hear, right?
Yeah, it's been a big concern I've seen with a lot of people is they don't want to play against bots.
I mean, I don't want like super insane queue times because that's gonna kill a player base pretty fast. That's stuff we already know. But I think like waiting up to a minute, maybe a minute and a half is like okay for a majority of the player base, but not 100% sure because if the queue time gets too long, just people start to believe the game feels super dead and gonna move over to something else.
I think it's a good thing though there is bots in the game because low skill players and people who are very new to the game shouldn't be going against people who have jumbos and have end of the line campaign vehicles.
Oh yeah,
It gives them a time to kind of learn the game.
yeah, I think that's a whole other point, like because we have no like any kind of rank or like BR system that you have in War Thunder or whatever. So it's just you get like mixed with whoever is on, right?
Yeah, some of the vehicles aren't that bad, like the Jumbo and the Panther, you can just kill with TNT. But when it comes to planes, those start to get a little bit harder, especially if you don't have fighters to counter them or even like anti-air.
Yeah, and if it's a really good pilot, it can be a problem. I mean, he's not gonna carry the whole game, he's just gonna get like a whole lot of kills, in my opinion. Same with the tanks. Since I play Enlisted, to be honest, I never struggled with tanks too much. There were like always voices around whining about the tanks, but I was just killing them with TNT like the whole time. And I just have like people struggling with that because they don't know how to cook their nades, how to like, or where to aim with the nade because I had like times when I was playing a tank when I knew I should be killed like 6, 10, 12 times right now, but people didn't cook the nades and I can just drive away from them. So if people had a little bit better understanding there, and it is getting better over time, it should be less and less of a problem because the explosive packs, to be honest, are pretty darn strong in the game. And I guess you agree on that one.
Yeah, I think they're too strong. There's no reason to take anything else other than explosive packs.
100%. I mean, it feels freaking good if you get like the one-shot kill with the storm pistol, right? But the explosive pack is just much better. What else did I have? Yeah, I guess we didn't like go for what other games you're actually coming from moving to Enlisted, or what games kind of brought you to Enlisted. You're anyways pretty much into like the World War theme or any shooters.
So the games I've came from, I've played Call of Duty way back in the day. I was really good at it, and I started to play this game called War Thunder. I've been playing War Thunder since 2013. I'm pretty much like max rank or max BR in every tree. And then Enlisted was teased around like 2016, and I was like, I want to play this game. Well, we didn't get anything until like 2019, and then I started playing the alpha, the beta, and then now open beta. And I've been enjoying it a lot. I've done some streamer competitions for Enlisted with the Battle Berlin campaign release. I won $1,500 from it from coming second.
Congrats on that
Yeah, it's
one,
pretty
buddy.
pretty much my story with Enlisted and where I've came from.
All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, congrats on that one. Very nice. I had no chance to really compete in the challenges because yeah, weekend is just hard work most of the time, so I can't go for the whole time stream. But nice they made that, and congrats to everybody who got the money out of there. So yeah, I'm coming more from like early starting with the Battlefield titles. Back in the days, 1942, Battlefield 2, quit it on 2142. Still one of my favorite games nowadays. Had a lot of competitive clan stuff going on back then, when stuff was still managed through forums, and like EA still had the old forum where they hosted the tournaments and everything. Was a lot of fun. Moved over to playing a lot of Gears of War. Yeah, started when Gears 3 came out till Gears 5 now. Still playing it now. Not as competitive as I did, but if somebody's up to play it, I'm still going for a few rounds. Played a lot of MOBAs as well. Jumped from one game to another one. and discovered Enlisted while playing a lot of Hell Let Loose. And a friend told me about Enlisted, didn't know about it too much. Was still in close beta, was it, when I bought it. It was just a Moscow campaign out, and I really enjoyed that game. It was super casual, just a lot of fun, not really serious, and a good short rounds for a time off after work. So I tried to get some friends into the game, but it was hard with the $29 price tag. And yeah, I kind of still keep playing it since then. And of course started with the YouTube content, because when I guess when I started it, there was like seriously no YouTube content around. You can put in enlisted game, whatever, into that search bar, and not that much shows up except for some Berlin gameplay that's like 3 or 4 months old. So that's basically it. And otherwise, I'm pretty much playing a lot of tabletop games. Was the one the channel started with, but we moved over to Enlisted and feeling good so far with it. And looking forward to hopefully a long-living title, let's say that. So what is your opinion about the current state of Enlisted and moving forward to Enlisted? You haven't seen a good and bright future for Enlisted, or what is your opinion about that? Let's just stop there.
I think Enlisted is going to have this little 1 to 2 years of struggling to get a player base started, but if they're able to get it within that 1 to 2 years, then this game would be just like War Thunder and survive up to 8 to 9 years from now. Like right now, build the player base, let them come, and then start worrying about how much money can we make off of this.
Yeah, did you think they overdone it a little bit with the very frequent Twitch drops? I mean, I felt the initial push was very good, but it felt a little bit too intense when they started doing that on a weekly basis, but I don't know.
It's kind of like a picky thing, right? So a bunch of people were paid to play the game that honestly never even knew about Enlisted, and so their opinions on it wasn't genuine, right? So you had a lot of people doing that, but you also had a lot of people who genuinely liked Enlisted and tried to stream it, and they were getting a bunch of views from it. And it started to boost their content as well. And now they're starting to reach more people on Twitch and even on YouTube now. So I think it had some negatives and positive effects within Enlisted.
Yeah, I think we can see from the social platform, for example, I check the Facebook a lot, and Facebook on Enlisted is super active, and it's very positive. I experience a very, very positive community overall. I mean, of course, if there's something coming, the haters always gonna jump on that, right? But overall, I think the community on the social platforms are actually quite nice.
Yeah, I don't really follow the Enlisted Facebook. I usually just go through Twitter, see what they post, and then on the official Discord as well.
All right, I can actually recommend the Facebook a lot. It's a fun community. That's what I can say. Also, Reddit is also not too bad on Enlisted. There's a little bit more hate there, but still pretty good. And yeah, I think the one with the streamers, the problem to me was a little bit because they had such big streamers that never played the game. Yeah, it was very hard to give a real insight of what the game is, and also how the developers worked on that game, what happened the last few months, or give them a little bit more deep insight or answer questions about the game. Because I was checking out some of the bigger streams, and some of them had I would say zero idea about the game and how everything works, even the basic stuff, getting your soldiers done and stuff like that. But I guess you saw that as well.
Yeah, hopefully they take these questions that we're asking them in their developer Q&A and actually make a video on it, and then put it out as a how to get people into the games, because now they're being transparent. I think that's one of the issues right now is a lot of people don't know where the game's going, nor do they know what the game's really about right now.
That's very true. I was a little bit confused because last time when I covered the developers talk they made, and it had their official talk had super less views, and the video I uploaded had almost more views than their dev talk. And I think it was such a great dev talk they did there with a lot of great information and questions I saw popping up the next few days all over the place. And I was well, check out the dev talk. I mean, people they cover it, and I think overall the team and is very responsive to the community feedback so far.
Yeah, the issue with the first dev talk they did on Twitch was that was the only place they even advertised it. Like I don't remember seeing it anywhere on like an official blog or even on their Twitter or Reddit or anywhere.
Yeah, do they have a like official YouTube channel where they release their stuff actually?
Yeah, they do, and they had a trailer on there, and it didn't really get that many views either, like a live action trailer.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw that one. I remember I saw that one. Right, right. Yeah, I think they should maybe go for some platforms and put up their stuff because people really want to know what happens to Enlisted in the future. And it's the same for me. I really want to know what is going on in the Enlisted world. But yeah, that's probably the same for you since you also are covering the game. And for your YouTube channel, what would you say is like your main focus on your YouTube channel? And do you have any plans going forward with YouTube? Like covering other stuff or sticking mainly to Enlisted and covering maybe more insight about the game? Yeah, what you're going to.
So right now, what I'm doing is mainly making videos of stuff I learned. So if I play the game and like unlock a new squad and I realize how to play it better, then I usually start making YouTube videos about it. Also, I want to cover the news because right now with Enlisted, no one's really covering the news, and I'm able to get those videos out within an hour of the news release. And I want to focus on that kind of content as well as helping people improve their gameplay.
Yeah, on my channel I do have less like gameplay, squad related stuff. I do have a little bit gameplay, but yeah, mainly I also do like the updates that are coming. I also check like yeah, if there's a dev talk, I'm breaking it down. If there's some important stuff going on with updates or on Facebook, I try to cover it. And of course, I'm always like going a little bit into the inside of like what's going on with that weapon or vehicle. So I'm hoping some people, yeah, maybe just stick around for getting some info about the World War II stuff we have, because there's most of the times there's so much history about that stuff because there was so much stuff going on in that time. And it is sometimes hard to do the research, I can tell you that, because so much information, sometimes very different information, since some of these weapons saw so many or so much production years, it's hard to tell. And the devs, or it looks the guys that do the weapon models, they struggle with the same that I do. That's what I can feel there.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Like, for example, my favorite campaign right now is Battle of Moscow, and the reason because of that is I don't know much about it. I went and researched more about it, learned more, and I've heard about Normandy like 24/7 because I live in America, right?
Oh yeah, makes
But you
sense.
rarely hear about Moscow. And the more you go read about it, the more you go, look up videos about it, it gets interesting. And hopefully some people start doing that within Enlisted.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing exactly that, like covering the Battle of Moscow and telling what was the Battle of Moscow about and stuff like that. But this is a lot of research and a lot of work to put in to do a video like that. But that's what I experienced. A lot of people really like the facts, and I mean games like that can get people interested to get more information about what was going on, what are the battlefields we are playing on, what's behind the weapons. I was a little bit sad when I saw the M3 has such bad weapon models and is an American weapon. Like they just don't care about the American weapons too much. I can tell you that.
So here's a question I have. So Enlisted shares a lot of files from Cuisine Royale, which is very similar to Enlisted, as well as War Thunder. So pretty much anything from those two games they can pull from. So tank-wise, we can have like Chinese vehicles, we can have France vehicles. I mean, would you want to see those as like premium tanks one day?
Good question. I mean, preferably, I would see like the other nations getting added to the game, like into different campaigns where they also like participated. I mean, to be honest, I'm okay if they stretch some stuff a little bit, if you know what I mean, according to like historical accuracy. But yeah, I would kind of love to see like a lot of different like nations getting added. Some of them maybe as a premium if it's like something I would say very unique, maybe a crazy prototype that was maybe produced, maybe never produced. But yeah, that's something I would love to see.
Yeah, I think it's really cool with War Thunder pretty much already being established. anything in Enlisted can just be stole from it and put straight into Enlisted.
There's one big thing I would love to see in the game is mounted infantry, but not sure if this is gonna happen.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to have horses riding around everywhere.
I mean, I'm just imagining it with the actual AI at the moment. It would be hilarious. So, I mean, to me, Enlisted is anyway very arcadey, casual. So I don't mind if there are some horses glitching around through walls and stuff like that. To be honest, and yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely fine with Enlisted not being historically accurate to a point. I wouldn't want to see like a KV-1 in Normandy with the German side or anything. But if there's like a cool weapon that had like 2 produced, add it to game. Yeah, it's cool,
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, to be honest, there are so many crazy gadgets that they produced in the Second World War, First World War, and I see so much stuff they could add to our inventory slots, like some belt buckle, pistols, or whatever. Is there something like you would love to see in Enlisted in the near future or at some point?
I don't know what they're called, but it's from Battlefield 5. I haven't really played Battlefield 5 that much, but it's that pole thing that you can run into a tank with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one looks really cool.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I hope to, like, Enlisted will be like a crazy World War II battleground at some point where, you just throw in a lot of stuff on that battlefield and people have fun with it. So I think that was like all the questions I had on my side. Do you have any other questions you would like get to the community or you would love to discuss?
What sort of like campaigns do you want to see after Tunisia?
That's hard to say. I was a lot of times I was on the Japan or wanted to see some stuff that was maybe early in Poland, but right now I would love to see some Italy stuff.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Like didn't the UK and America invade Italy?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be an interesting one.
they could do something like that. It's probably gonna be some D-Day experience, but could be fun. Could be fun. I also think like it gave us some nice optics with some good Mediterranean feeling, because on Tunisia we get like the desert. So I think that could be a nice addition. What would you love to see coming up?
I think I would like to see some, like, this ain't really campaign related, but I'd like to see like different events throughout the year and have different nations in them for like a test. Like they could test out France, they could test out China, they could test out India even. You can see the community engagement with it and see if people actually want to play those campaigns and then further develop it.
I mean, maybe you can also bind it to some historical dates we have and bring it out for a week. I think that would be something very nice and could gather a good player base, so you can really see, what people like and what people don't like. Because I think that's something since I play Enlisted, it's one of the games you can see so much potential in it and what they could do with it, but it's very hard to say. So you have any other hot topics you want to go for?
Nah, I think I'm pretty good.
All right, so I think we hit it 34 minutes. I guess we covered like most of the stuff that is going on right now in Enlisted, because right now we have some stuff that makes people happy, some stuff that makes people unhappy, and yeah, maybe we can also gather some. What is the date for the questions for the devs? You know that out of your head right now?
They've not announced it yet, but I'd assume probably sometime next week.
So they're great at giving us dates, right? I mean, it's the same with the Twitch drops. They're always just like, hey, there are Twitch drops in like 2 hours. Let's go. There's probably no way to announce this like 2-3 days earlier. Same with the big prize pool. I think they announced it like a few hours. Oh no, it started on the next day, so that one was a little bit earlier. I give them that one. So yeah, I think we had most of the important questions. I think we can do some discussion like that. Like I think on a 3-month basis, if you're maybe 4 months, something like that, I think that's a time frame where you can say Enlisted changes and there's probably something going on, right?
Yeah, probably like every 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, so that's something I was looking forward to, because you're also someone that I know from your videos. You get some, you have your playtime on the game, and so you have also, like, how can I say that, a big overview over the whole project since it started. And as we know from your introduction, you're into the game since quite a while now. So you have seen that game change a lot, I guess. So that means we have the next one probably around September, August, September. So probably some 3 or 4 major updates from now. And yeah, that's it for me. So we have any last words for our dog that he wants to get out to the community?
I think I'm pretty good. You do some very good videos with your, especially like damage and stuff. It was very cool to compare it to what the file said, and you guys pretty much spot on.
Yeah, that I was so surprised, man. I mean, I'm telling you, that was a ton of work, and I'm super happy with the guys we have here on the Discord, because they made it possible. Because it took us like a whole evening to try to get matches together and then don't get shot while we try to meet somewhere outside on the fields. And it was nice to see when I saw that when you did the data mining, that I was kind of accurate, but you also gave us like information that the damage model in Enlisted is quite complex. Do you actually know now more about the body armor and ricochets? If it's possible or not?
So what I did learn is that each weapon has a ricochet chance because they're using the same penetration as War Thunder is. So everything has ricochet, even like the ball ammo. And you should be able to like take a body armor, which probably needs testing, and angle it really extreme, and it should bounce off.
Oh, nice. I would love to see that. I would love to see that, to get some bounces on my body armor. Hopefully we get a nice sound cue added to that one as well. Would be epic. But yeah, I think that one was nice to know, because I saw some people doing having ideas about how it worked, but it wasn't fitting like with my game experience I had with the game. So I had to test it out, and that one was very nice to find out. Yep, and it was nice to see it getting confirmed by actual data. So our community did a great job, and yeah, big thanks to the guys that spent the whole evening with me doing doing stupid stuff. It was fun. So yeah, I guess that's it for our let's talk about Enlisted, and let's see what's going on with Enlisted. And yeah, big thanks to you, Dog, for hanging around with me, having a little discussion about it. And yeah, I see you next time, mate.
Thanks for having me on.
Always a pleasure. And yeah, if you like this stuff, don't forget to maybe join our community, join Dog's community. We have Discord, there's stuff going on Twitch, so you won't miss anything that's going on with Enlisted. And I see you next time, guys, and have a good one.